Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcasts ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. Okay. It's E-commerce Minute episode 278.
In today's episode, Amazon's handy part finder tool.
Have you ever had to take a trip to the home improvement store to make the desperate search for an odd-sized part? Thanks to Amazon, that painful process just got a little easier. First spotted by TechCrunch, Part Finder helps anyone with an iPhone find those odd parts. The Part Finder isn't a separate app, but rather a feature quietly added to the Amazon app. To access Part Finder, open the Amazon app, select the camera icon, then tap the bottom of the screen and select Part Finder. The app needs to understand the size of the item it's scanning, so it suggests placing a penny next to the item while it's on a white background, like a piece of paper. You then point your phone camera at the item. Amazon scans it and finds the part. Once found, the app asks for additional information: screw type, head style, and drive type, Phillips, flathead, etc., then directs you to matching parts in its catalog. The app is still a work in progress, but is currently able to identify and match around 100 types of screws, bolts, and nuts, which can total millions of parts in Amazon's catalog, saving you the time spent searching the local hardware store for an obscure part. The app was built in part with technology from the company PartPick that Amazon acquired back in 2016. As of this writing, Part Finder is available only on iOS.
This is exciting. I want to play with it.
So do I. Remember we were just talking, I guess last week, about the Home Depot lockers and about looking for parts, and then this thing popped in the newsfeed after that thing was recorded.
So I've seen it because there's also AR built into it,
right?
In the Amazon app, which is fantastic. They're doing a lot of good stuff inside of that. Like if you don't know where it is, open your Amazon app and click search, and you're going to see a lot of stuff.
Like what else?
Well, let's do this live and open Amazon app.
Okay, while you're doing that, I use the Amazon app for barcode stuff. Because I'm still one of those like, I don't want this book anymore. I'm going to sell it. And then I just zap it with the barcode and it tells me how much I can get for the book.
Yeah, so I'm actually wrong. If you click on the next to search, if you click on the little, it looks like a camera thing, click there and you get product search, barcode scanner, AR view, Amazon gift card, package x-ray. I have no idea what that is. Smile code scanner. And
yeah, that's the smile codes. Those were the things that are printed on the box that we talked about.
Package X-ray. See what's inside your Amazon package without opening it.
AR view.
Oh, well, that's cool. But wait, can you scan any package?
Scan barcodes? Right, yeah, they've changed it since I last looked at it.
Yeah, the package
it's got
X-ray.
That iOS swipey camera UI, which I hate, but I understand why they did it.
But the package X-ray thing is kind of interesting. Anyway, we're talking about the parts, and we just got off topic. I think that's cool. I mean, how many times you look at part and you go, I don't know idea what the hell this is. You spend
more
4 hours.
More times than I can count.
And then you're like, does this screw look like this screw? I'm not sure.
And I go there, and I'm like, you get embarrassed because you're like, is this a 5/8 or a 3/4? And I don't really know what size this is. And you go to the guy at Home Depot, and he's squinting. He's, he's a 60-year-old guy. He's squinting, and he's holding the thing in the air. He's like, it looks to be. And it's like, it's such a, it's such a part of the process but it's painful nonetheless.
It is.
But I think, this thing is super, super handy. And, I like the technology behind it. Anything that can make your life a little bit easier using AR or even using an app, I'm all for. There's a lot of useless apps out there, but I think this just feature alone makes the Amazon app worth it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Prime, right? Like you can just get it the next day or whatever that is. And then with Prime Now, I guess you can probably get it right away.
Right.
If you guys hear me like scrunging stuff around, it's more of me trying to find a screw so I can test it.
Should we hold while you find a screw?
No. That's okay. It actually is kind of interesting. I kind of like it.
Yeah, cool.
This is cool.
All right. Sounds good. Anything else?
Yep, that's it.
All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media @SumoHeavy.